Hello, hello everybody. End of day 16. I am holding my meditation candle in honor of my biological father, Ernest Allen. It's a whole other realm of conversation to talk about being adopted. It's an amazing thing to be adopted, because it's a great gift. It's an opportunity to have a life that you may not have ever had with the parents that chose to have you. My part of the story of my life that I actually do not want to change, because it really makes me is my baby's the fact that my biological mother and father were 15 and 16 when they had me. And the beautiful story that is them is that my mother had a lot of really good things going for her, but at such a young age was seeking happiness. And she was dating my father, who she said was far beyond his years in terms of his ability to show passion. And so I'm trying to say that tactfully. So they had a very passionate relationship at a young age, and that my mom was going through some life changes, and she didn't feel very happy. And my father said, "I love you so much. I only want to make you happy. What can I do to make you happy?" And she, a young girl, not really thinking, said, "I think the only thing that would make me happy is a baby." Well, here I am. So needless to say, she got pregnant, and my grandmother, whom I have met, who's wonderful, she's like 4'11", and just such a southern belle, and just so beautifully soulful, and such a grandma, and just had so much pureness of heart and love. She's amazing. But she did the right thing. She took my mother to St. Anne's Convent in Los Angeles, where my mother gave birth to me. So I was born into the hands of nuns in a convent, and I have my mother Carolyn and my father Ernest to thank for it. And a year ago today, I had to make the decision to have this man that I did not know. I had only met him and spoke with him twice in my life, my entire life. And I had to go down to the hospital. He was dying of renal kidney failure. And they called me after I finished working an event in Sunset, actually an event for the CEO of Warner Brothers. It was a great event, and I got in the car, listened to my messages. The hospital called and said, "As the next of kin, we need you to make a decision." We had already decided to sign a DNR, and my biological sister, half-sister, flew out from Michigan to be by his side, and she just said she couldn't make the decision, which was fine because it wasn't her decision to make, unfortunately. But she had really decided that she wanted them to do everything they could to keep him alive. So I'm sharing this story with you guys for a few reasons. On this day 16, it's been something that's been on my mind all day, because as a very spiritually guided person, my decision was very easy. Just like my decision for my own life and my end of life was very easy, that I already had a DNR signed by my niece. I have also already had all arrangements made for this vessel. Excuse me. And I believe so firmly that we are blessed with the body and everything that we have that's tangible, that we're blessed with this while we're here, for the time that we're here, but that once our soul departs, we will go into another one, and then another one, and then another one. And I think that it is the most peaceful thing. Like death to me does not have to be viewed as something that's so horrible. Yes, there's tons of emotion behind it, tons of tears, but yet, I've now heard Marilyn speak about the passing of her aunt, and Monica speaking about the passing of her mother. And for me, it's been very recent that I lost, really technically, 3 parents: my mother, my father, and my biological father, all within a year's time. And I think, emotionally and psychologically, it takes its toll, most certainly, but there's other things, other components, and it's really the spiritualness of it. It's really what we are capable of doing when it's time for that body, that soul, that body and soul to, for all intents and purposes, leave. But believing as I do, I know that soul never leaves. I can still feel all 3 of my parents, and even my biological father, even though we'd only met 2 times. It's a beautiful experience, really, to actually be by their side as they pass into the next life, and especially as they know that it's okay to. And once, my father was really kind of just staying alive on life support. He was still present because, and this is beautiful, and I'm glad I can share this with you guys, and I hope it's okay to share it with you. But for the only moment, here it comes. There was one moment since the time I was born, after conception, that mother, father, and child got to be together again. And it was when he was on his deathbed a year ago. The nurses actually all gathered, because once they realized what had happened, what was happening, and they realized that here was this man's girlfriend that he would have married when he was 16 years old, and the baby they created that they had given away, and all 3 of us were in this room, and my mom and I each had his hand, and we're telling him how much we loved him. And I was telling him how grateful I was that he and my mom decided to do what they did, to just I'm a love child, I'm the epitome of a love child, and that it was beautiful, and I cannot ever thank him enough. And his breathing had changed. He grabbed both of our hands so tight. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. And I will have that memory for the rest of my life, and it's a beautiful memory. I am going to essentially end on that note, because I've had an extraordinary day. None of what I've been feeling in terms of the memories that happened a year ago have stopped me from having the exceptionally productive day that I have had. Even so much so that my niece, who has been working her butt off for finals, is starting to get sick because of she's not sleeping. She goes to bed about 3 o'clock in the morning, gets up at 7, and then goes to school all day, barely eats anything. She's so stressed out about finals. So we had homemade minestrone soup with tofurkey, Italian sausage, and I made her apple pie, which she loves. So, and lots of hot tea and lots of love. So I've been doing that this evening, and just really good stuff has been happening, taking care of things that needed to be taken care of. We're now settled here in this place for the next 10 months, and it's been a good Monday. Next couple days are going to be pretty hectic and busy. I've got to actually go out of town, but I will be back, and if I don't do my video while I'm up in another city even before I head back. I will do it in the morning, and I do apologize in advance for that. I'll try and get it done tomorrow night. But it's been a truly great day. I've just taken care of things that have been on my mind and my heart, and it's all good. So I send love to you all on this evening of day 16. I send you all peaceful thoughts, and Monica said she's a hugger. I am definitely a hugger. Marilyn said she's also a hugger. Lots of hugs all over. Just always, again, very grateful for you guys. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful night. Good night, everybody.